स्वस्ति,
हाँ,
तुम्हें पता है मुंबई में कितने केसेस हुए हैं अभी?
मुंबई का नहीं पता। स्टॉप फॉलोइंग कोरोना केसेस के
मुंबई में कितने लोग बच रहे,
It
उल्टा
makes me
पूछो,
depressed.
मुंबई में कितने लोग बच रहे हैं?
इतने मेरे को नहीं
नहीं, but
पसंद है।
I
like
actually have a
all
solution
over
for
India
Swasti
देखती
on
मैं
this.
फिर भी।
अच्छा, what is the solution?
Swasti, you can actually go to a much better place where you won't have any fear of corona.
Which
And that would be?
हाँ भाई,
इसको
go to
घटिया सा
Antarctica.
जोक ही रहे। हाँ यार,
Go
बिल्कुल
to
लग रहा
Antarctica
था।
because it is isolated.
I know this joke. Just yesterday I saw this joke on Instagram. कल ही देखा मैंने ये।
Isolated.
But I still managed to put it in.
That's nice.
Good one, bro.
In the show is none other than Money Heist, La Casa de Papel. Oh my God, this show has literally, मतलब मेरा दिल चला गया वो शो के साथ, ऐसा था. I mean, it is. I loved that show.
I think
so
at this
much.
point,
I loved that
every
professor
second
so much.
person I have met is
I
crushing
swear.
over Money Heist.
Because
Same,
it's
yeah.
that amazing. It is that spectacular.
By the way,
that
तुम
I
हम
have
सब
to
लोगों
agree.
ने हम सब लोगों ने देखा है क्या मनी हाइस्ट? हम चारों ने देखा है?
हाँ, सब
Nope.
लोग ने देखा है क्या?
Yeah,
कंप्लीट देखा है?
So
Yet to watch.
only Nina
I
has
have.
to watch.
I got to finish it though.
So Nina, did
I'm
you
about
start
halfway through.
watching or did you start watching Nina? और
No.
शुरू नहीं किया अभी तक?
I haven't. Yet
अच्छा,
to.
cool,
Okay.
cool, cool,
So
cool.
not giving much spoilers. It's about this. There's a professor and he wants to.
Firstly, you
have
need to
this particular
avoid spoilers
heist.
altogether. This is going on the internet, you know.
Yeah.
नहीं, she can give
But
out teasers,
never
but
mind.
yeah, but don't give out spoilers. Teasers.
No, I'm
बोल
not
सकते.
giving out spoilers.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no spoilers at all. It's just there is a professor and he wants to go conduct this particular heist with the Royal Mint and everything. So he gathers up eight different people from different backgrounds who have had criminal records with them. So the entire show revolves around two different heists. So one heist is divided in two parts, and how they do the heist and how they manage all the hostages and how they actually make a fool out of the police and everything. So that's two parts. And there are the other two parts are about the second heist. So the second heist is even more epic. How they make a fool out of the police like anything. I mean, that last scene of part 4 is not part 4 actually. It will be a spoiler if I say. There's one scene which shows the extent to the what do you call the police ko banaya wala scene. Literally, with the scene hai, it is just mind blowing, and that expressions on those police is so satisfying. To be very honest, it is so satisfying. The police are like, "Bana ke chale gaye. What do we do now?" That's an epic expression. It was so satisfying. So yeah, the characters, the narrator in that Tokyo, particular character named Tokyo, she's a narrator of the entire series.
Okay.
So it really grips, and plus the writing is so intelligent. I mean, the way the professor has been written, the actor is any which way mind blowing. He conducts himself as professor really well. But I would really like to commend the writers, the way that they have written the professor's character, the way that they have written each and every scene in that series, every minute details keeping in place, every minute details. Attention to details was very crucial. So it's just amazing, and I've never seen anything like this before. So for me, Money Heist became an highlight of my TV series binge in the lockdown.
Excellent.
And when I watched the last episode of part 4, and I mean, we were left hanging, you know, we did not have an answer to what would happen or anything. So that created even more anxiety. Like, shit, why? We need part 5. So yeah, it's
excellent.
That kind of a emotion. And there is one particular scene which I literally cried. I mean, I will not give that spoiler out.
Yeah.
People who actually know what I'm talking about will connect. That one.
Possible death spoilers. That does not work on the internet,
Emotional.
Swasti.
And I think
So emotional.
the best
Yeah.
part about this series in one sentence is that I've watched many series like this, be it Prison Break or I mean there are others as well. But to be Prison Break भी like पहले 2-3 season Prison Break के आ गए थे, and this was like in the good old days when shows बस NBC, Fox और ABC और ये CNN networks पे आते थे. But even what Prison Break couldn't do was, so you could have a great product in terms of everything: cinematography, production, direction, acting, everything, dialogue. But even the main character of Michael Scofield, who is an architect, I mean he's an architect, but उसके भाई को falsely accused किया जाता है, and उसका बड़ा भाई is sentenced to life imprisonment in one of the most dreaded prisons in the United States. And Michael Scofield, who is a nerd in architecture, he decides कि मैं prison के अंदर घुस के भाई को बाहर निकालूंगा prison break करके. And it's a wonderful series. In case you guys haven't seen it, please do watch it once in your lifetime, kabhi bhi. But the main problem in even in such series is that beyond the point, the creators of the show cannot create that justification as to why you should sympathize with the goons or the people who are actually committing the crime. And that sense of justification, sense of, ki actually they are not the goons, but they are the people who are trying to disrupt the system because the system is eating up the people. ये जो psychological twist है ना, ये बहुत कम series में या बहुत कम movies, even movies like Italian Job actually started the trend for such movies की, और Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12, 13, 14, God knows अभी 29, 30 तक गया रहेगा Ocean's की movie. But even in, I mean, Ocean's movies maybe they just have that swag and वो ऐसा एकदम pompous attitude से आते हैं कि हाँ मैं तो जॉर्ज क्लूनी हुई और मैं तो मतलब मैं माँ की पेट में था तब से ये काम कर रहा हूँ तो मेरे लिए कुछ नया नहीं है. But वो connect नहीं हो पाता है. And I think that is where Money Heist for me really wins above everything else. But yes,
Seriously.
that is so
I mean,
true.
you actually start empathizing with the thieves. You actually start,
Yes.
You want the thieves to win and you want the police to lose.
It is like the Dark
every
Knight,
time,
na?
Yeah, seriously. And all the characters also is so nice, especially Nairobi is my favorite character in that entire
Yeah.
series.
Definitely.
She's one badass lady, but with such a sweetheart. So
Yes.
all the characters, and Arturo, I really hate him. I wanted him to be killed at the end, but he did not get killed. Never mind.
That's
So,
good.
Yeah, that's the beauty of Money Heist. You start loving all the characters, and the characters that you actually don't like, you end up hating it to an extent that you want that character to be killed.
Yes.
So that's Money Heist.
And I think that is the win of any content, na? See, you're hating that character
Yeah.
to the guts.
And that song, man, Bella Ciao, Bella Ciao.
And the interesting part about Money Heist,
song, and there's such a big history behind that song.
yes. And for Ninad, I'll tell this to Ninad. This is only one spoiler that I'll give to Ninad actually. So this song that is made extremely famous, right? Bella Ciao, Bella Ciao. So it's basically anti-establishment song, which was in हमारे इंडिया के इंडिपेंडेंस से पहले होता था ना, चरखा चला चला के लेंगे स्वराज लेंगे. So basically pro खादी, pro देशी, एंटी विदेशी, प्रो स्वदेशी मूवमेंट जो था ना, उसके लिए these guys had created a song की चरखा चला चला के लेंगे स्वराज लेंगे.
I'll correct a little bit. It was not essentially an anti-establishment song. It was actually an Indian folk song, Italian folk song. Sorry, it was an Italian folk song which was sung in a very different manner initially. But then, as the Italian evolution and the revolution and everything came, the song had different meanings and people started singing it in a different way. And वो बहुत अलग-अलग scenes में अलग-अलग सिनेरियोज में, अलग अलग सिचुएशंस में गाने लगे. प्रोटेस्ट्स में गाते थे, फुटबॉल टूर्नामेंट्स में गाने लगे. So it started from a folk song and anti-establishment, and then a lot of resistance वैसे सीन में चला गया.
वही तो
But
अभी
it's an amazing
मॉडर्न
song,
हिस्ट्री,
yeah.
यस, तो अभी मॉडर्न हिस्ट्री के कॉन्टेक्स्ट में जो आज की या आज के पहले की स्पेनिश जनरेशन है, उनके लिए सबसे बड़ा कनेक्ट वो एंटी एस्टेब्लिशमेंट का है, बिकॉज लाइक इन द 100 years उसका कॉन्टेक्स्ट थोड़ा सा चेंज हो गया है. सो व्हाट आई वाज टेलिंग निनाद वाज essentially Money Heist is divided into 4 seasons. So till the end of the first season you don't hear this song, and in the last episode of the first season,
No, not the last episode. You see the first song for the first time in the 7th or 8th episode. 8th episode when all of them sing together. Last episode वाला बाद में आता है. That's the second.
Okay, maybe. But वो जब हिट करने लगता है तुमको, okay, वो जब तुमको हिट करने लगता है, that is the hitting point is when a particular climax का scene happens, because obviously season 2 बनाना है उनको, so they want to create a cliffhanger, and वो cliffhanger के point पे जाके जब वो cliffhanger हो जाता है, and still there is something more which is going to obviously happen in season 2, that is when वो song with entire background music, background score, and as a song, not just as verbally sung vocals, like a complete piece of song, वो बैकग्राउंड में शुरू होता है, एंड देन एंड क्रेडिट्स आते हैं, एंड एंड क्रेडिट्स में पूरा स्पेनिश रिवॉल्यूशन के वगैरह ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट जो मॉन्टाज होता है, पुराने आर्काइव फुटेज, वो पूरा उन्होंने उसमें मिक्स कर दिया, एंड देन यू इट एक्चुअली स्टार्ट हिटिंग यू. And I think that is the hallmark.
The song comes for the first time in the second last episode, I think.
I know, but it is just a song which they sing, na. I'm saying कि as a piece of art, with music, with rhythm, with everything, complete package के तौर पे वो end में डाला है उन्होंने. And that is when you are like, oh, अच्छा, so this is what the series is about. So yes, it बहुत ज़्यादा दिमाग डाला है, admittedly so.
बहुत. Cool. And somehow this series was not noticed पहले. It was just recently noticed or recently hype हो गया था.
It is like Game of Thrones ना, 2014-15 के बाद इंडिया में आया, वैसा ही है. Like
हाँ, मतलब मैंने देखा था. I've seen that there is a series named Money Heist on Netflix 2018 या 19 में देखा था. But I never मतलब considered watching it till now. अभी जाके hype हुआ and it's really worth it.
So Chaitanya, what about you?
Oh man, what can I say? I think, I mean, given the kind of constraints that I have in terms of time, I think the couple of things that I've seen are mostly related to shows. And one in particular that really caught my eye in recent times only, because, you know, when the whole aspect of the lockdown started and these platforms started putting out content. So Netflix did come up with one heck of a banger choice, and that was Tiger King.
Right.
I mean, pretty much a lot of people have seen it till now, and if in case you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it, because unlike other shows that you would usually see, this is based on real life events.
Okay.
This stuff actually happened, and these guys aren't actors. It's as simple as that. These are true people. These are their stories, and it gets really ugly really fast, and it just goes to show a dark side of just how the animal trade works, and exactly how its situation is in the US. Because one thing that really strikes you, because see, I am an animal guy, all right? I really love animals. I love photographing. I love checking them out. And here's the thing. When it comes to the first episode itself, which is when the director is kind of giving his introduction as to how he started shooting the series, he tells you about his coverage of a particular snake farm and coming across one of the customers over there, who then led the director to his van to show him a snow leopard that he had in the back.
Bapre.
And that is when you start realizing that this show is really going to go in one heck of a direction, because a snow leopard in Florida in the back of a van is something that is literally unheard of. But then it really throws a very dark light into the whole trade, because as it turns out, Modi ji has been putting his money where it isn't necessary, because it turns out that the majority of the tiger population, captive tiger population, is not in India, but it's actually in the United States of America. And that is what shocks you, because you think that tigers are all in the wild until you realize that there are these zoos, sanctuaries, and even everyday people who actually own tigers in the United States. And funnily enough, when you get to the price, it's about $2,400 for a tiger.
Wow.
Yeah. You have $2,400 in your pocket, you can get yourself a tiger. So if you're getting a stimulus check of $1,200 and you're a husband and wife, you can get yourself a tiger.
Oh my God.
That's
And
That is so disturbing,
that
man.
is the thing. That is a very
1.5
disturbing
lakh
aspect. And
1.5 लाख रुपए में टाइगर मिल रहा है.
yes,
अरे घोड़े का कॉस्ट भी ज्यादा होता है यार, 5-10 लाख होता है, मैंने सुना है.
even Amazon can't give you a better deal than this, man.
Seriously?
my God. This is really.
$2,400 and you get yourself a tiger.
alarming.
उसका एक दिन का खाना ही उसका 5,000 रुपए का रहेगा, और ये टाइगर मुझे दे रहा है 1.5 लाख रुपए में. That is so disturbing. Shit.
Well, if you look at it from this perspective, although it is a bit of a dark perspective, if you can't afford to feed the tiger and you are about to go bankrupt, either you go into the tiger or you push the debt collector into the tigers.
My God.
Seriously, man.
Okay.
That's
some.
you have two
2,500
options.
is nothing even from US economic point of view. Yaar. It is literally manageable.
Precisely. The only
Yes.
downside, which isn't exactly the most easiest of animal. You know, it is not going to come to
Yeah,
you
of
in the
course.
evening while you are sitting on your sofa and
Yeah.
get onto your lap and ask for scratches. The
If
only
a
thing it's going
tiger-
to be scratching is you into pieces.
And if a tiger starts licking you with his thrown tongue, then chunks of your flesh will come out. It won't lick
Well, if
you.
a tiger does start
That's it.
licking you with its tongue, then I think you have every single right to be very, very worried.
My God.
Because for the
And-
tiger, it's more like a taste test at that point.
Seriously. This is disturbing.
But
And इसके
yeah, I mean, Tiger
कितने-
King does expose
season
this
है
whole
इसके?
thing. It's actually just one season, and there's a
Okay.
very good reason behind that, because the whole premise of Tiger King revolves around one particular individual called Joe
Okay.
Exotic.
Okay.
And Joe Exotic is this kind of typical Southern American that you would see with his accent and his flashy lifestyle. And he resides in Oklahoma, where he has his very own sanctuary that he's built from a very long time. And he raises these tigers within his sanctuary. And you know, at any given point, you look at it, and he's got about this enclosure filled with about 30-40 tigers who are just moving around the place. Or you got other big cats, you got lions and other things. And he's got well over about 1,000 or tigers, or 1,000 odd big cats who are
Baapre.
just there in his zoo. And it is not regulated in any manner. It is completely owned and operated by him. And there isn't any laws as such that would actually come ahead and say that, you know, you can't do this or that. And it's entirely managed by him conducting tours, selling merchandise, those kinds of things. And Tiger King just revolves around this guy and his whole animosity and fury towards one particular individual, Carol Baskin. And I don't know if any of you guys are aware of Big Cat Rescue. It's actually a very popular YouTube channel, and it's based out of Florida, and they do these tiger rescue missions.
Okay.
And they basically find animals that have been abused or don't have any place to go, and they bring them to their sanctuary, and they keep them well fed, well maintained, well stimulated, and basically giving them a comfortable life. And Joe Exotic and Carol Baskin don't get along. I mean, they really don't
Obviously,
get along. And
obviously, yeah.
it all culminates into attack ads on YouTube and sometimes even some very dangerous parcels that have gone to each other's addresses. And funny thing is, like you asked me, why is there just one season? Well, it is because it all culminates with Joe Exotic going to jail. And that is all thanks to the
Good tech.
fact that he actually hired a hitman to take out Carol Baskin.
Wow.
Baap re baap. That is
Interesting.
So
quite
yeah,
something.
it is one roller coaster of a series, and it really goes to show the dark side of the animal trade and in general these three individuals. Because even when you get to the end of it, I mean, it takes a moment to realize that you haven't been watching a fictional series. These guys were real. What they were doing so far is real. What has happened in the series is actually real. It's not scripted in any manner. I mean, these guys were literally shot, and all of the things that have happened, people who have gotten hurt as a result of, I mean, they're animals, they're tigers, they're going to attack you at some point. People have gotten hurt, it's captured on camera, and it's,
My
in a way, it is ugly, but the truth has always been ugly. And I think that is what really gave Tiger King its character. And Netflix just put up a slam dunk in terms of Quarantine, because that show is everywhere. And
wonderful.
yeah, I mean, that was show number one. I mean, show number two for me, it's been a long time standing, something that I've always watched since it started and still watch it even now, is Rick and Morty. And
Absolutely.
it is an
Absolutely.
animated series, and I'm pretty sure that some of you might have seen it as well.
Yeah. No, but Rick and Morty, I think Rick and Morty throws some hard hitting philosophy at you, which even the greatest of shows might not. So I have a deep respect for
Oh,
Rick and
yeah,
Morty.
definitely. Because any other person might look at Rick and Morty and just say, oh, it's just another animated show. But the truth is, it isn't, because the kind of undertones and overtones that it has and the underlying message that it wants to put out, it is not really something that you would expect from what is effectively an animated program. And that really goes to show, because every single season has something new to present itself.
True, true. For those
Yeah, I
people who
mean, yeah,
don't
Rick and
know
Morty,
about
definitely.
Rick and Morty, could you just brief about what the show is? Like in a couple of
Yeah.
sentences. What the show is all about.
Sure. So Rick and Morty is an animated show, and
Right.
it revolves around a scientist and, well, frankly, genius and kind of on a godlike level, Rick. And Morty is actually his grandson. So
Right.
Rick has always been kind of a loner, and he's all into inventing new things, making problems go away. He's kind of selfish. He's kind of a douche. But
Right.
at the end of the day, it kind of, he has got that godlike complex where he just looks at something and he just does it. So bending the living fabric of time existence, he does that, traveling between dimensions, traveling through space. And they even had this whole episode where they actually came across a whole planet of snakes that lead normal lives like humans. And so,
Wow.
yeah, Rick and Morty doesn't bow to the standard convention of television, and it just tears up the rule book. And it all revolves around the whole kind of adventure prospect where Rick takes Morty on adventures, kind of like a sidekick, and it introduces you to a whole universe on which it is based. And it really presents itself in one heck of a manner, and it is a must watch. I mean, all episodes are about 20 minutes long, but
Yeah.
you don't really realize it. So, yeah, it is one of the best series that you can get your hands on.
Yes, definitely. And I think the cool part about the series is also that I think Ninad mentioned gravitational fall. Na? So on similar lines, Rick and Morty is also
Yeah.
Gravity Falls, yeah.
Gravity Fall. I'm sorry. Rick and Morty is also based on that principle of animation, wherein they actually draw the animation, basic cartoon drawing, and the cartoon is developed from that. And there is no hi-fi 3D animation involved. There is
Oh,
no humanizing of the characters involved. Like it's just pictures which are moving literally. and still the message that they give is extremely dark and quite different. So I think it is one of the path-breaking series, and it's seriously highly recommended. But I would still recommend everyone to watch it with an empty mind, because अगर बहुत दिन में थके हुए हो and then you decide watching Rick and Morty, दिमाग में घुसता नहीं है वो अच्छे से, and फिर वो बहुत बोर होने लगता है, because there is a basic storyline that is
Actually.
going on, and then there is a subtle undertone, a very deep meaning जो तुमको एकदम हिट करता है, and that is actually what the series is intended for. So थोड़ा सा fresh mind से देखा
Yeah,
करो.
you
Maybe
don't
दिन
just
में एक
go
बार
into space snakes just like that.
yeah. True. So दिन में एक आध दो
Snake
episode
planet
should
with
be more than
racist
enough.
snakes.
अरे हाँ मेरे को ट्राई करना था.
The
नहीं, you
live
try.
background. Yeah, you need a green screen for that.
You would need a green screen,
But
or
Ninal
you
has a
need
green
a white.
curtain behind him.
You